Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. Say Gus out the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes, I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. But then it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. He was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so charmed. I felt this sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. And now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, a killing eye. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe, shaped like a Coke bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty, I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from the planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty, I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows, all I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night, all I really want in my life. Oh yeah, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes, I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine, I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing tie. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl, one beautiful girl. Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money, you seen her? Hot Ice, have you seen her? LP, have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look,
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time, I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace several presents and gifts. Call me Santa Claus. I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and cut you. I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes, I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine, I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing
We don't know.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
What is going on? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What's going on? Let me see. Just want to make sure that thing is not making noise. Hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe as you're coming in. Okay, we're going to talk about this DIDDY story really quickly. There's a trending news right now, and we need to cover it. What is going on? Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right. Cool. Not too far now. How you there? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are preparing for December. We're going to have a serious December festival here. I beg. Excuse me. Anyway, welcome Natu. How far? How you doing? All right. So, how's everybody doing? I know we're off our time. As a matter of fact, I might force certain timing because, you know, our algorithms has a way of behaving because we're off our base of our time. But let's talk about it. We have a serious story to talk about today, and that's a serious accusation against DIDDY, and I felt like we should talk about it. Also, there are two other stories that I think I want to cover as well. Okay, and we're gonna do exactly that. All right, but welcome back. My name is Ola. I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. I am mobile right now. I am in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Canada. Okay, so pardon me if you see any kind of slowdown in the stream or anything like that. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a rural place, but we're here. I'll be back home by next week, and then we can get back to business as usual. What time is it right now? This time right now, local time, I have no idea what time it is. It's 10 p.m. in Eastern Standard Time. It's 8 p.m. on my end. All right, let's talk about this crazy story. This crazy story with DIDDY. DIDDY's damn. It's like it's about 2 weeks after his birthday. It's actually, I think it's a birthday mate. This guy is it's about 54 years old now. Yeah, some things in life will catch up with you. I'm not saying he did anything, but yeah, certain lifestyle that we glamorize, glorify because of TV. It's just a bad idea. But let's talk about it. I'm gonna read some of the news to you. To cover the ground of this story, because me too, I'm actually getting to know it for the first time. But as usual, I always like to cover this story in full details with you guys. I think that's the best way to do it. What time is it again? Okay, just trying to, sorry, pardon me. Oh. Just want to schedule something really quickly. Great. All right, let me see. Okay, there you go. All right, so yeah, we're gonna cover this story with DIDDY and Cassie. You guys remember Cassie? Cassie was DIDDY's ex for a long time. This is another case of a long time engagement, long time girlfriend. let's just do whatever we like. It's just companionship. Marriage is becoming obsolete. Listen, you're right. Okay, if that's how you feel, you're right. Okay, but let's talk about some of these things. And today, if you're willing to give your opinion a little bit, I would like to see your opinion on what you think about this story once we finish covering the basis of it. But I think it's a bad look for Diddy. Diddy in recent times, Diddy is the same guy as Puff Daddy, by the way. Diddy is an American rapper, producer, music mogul, director, responsible for Biggie, responsible for Mace, responsible for Puff Daddy, the brand, responsible for Bad Boy. Yeah. Diddy is responsible for 112. Who else was on that label? Some very, very popular artists has gone through basically gone through Diddy's label, even including Usher, right? And Diddy, in recent time, there's been some serious allegations. Even the guy that was arrested recently with Tupac, that's the number one suspect now of taking out Tupac back in the 90s, in the mid to late 90s. The guy that was just recently arrested is accusing Diddy of allegedly paying them $1 million or so to take him out. So, excuse me, no matter how rich you are, these are not the kind of news you want to be seeing in the about your name. This is not the kind of reputation, right? So this is another example of, when they say the rich also cry, right? I think they say it like that. I don't know. Don't mind me, But there's a point I'm trying to make here, and we're going to get to that point. But before we get to that point, I do want us to cover the details of this story that's breaking out today. Just a few hours ago, this story was breaking out. I want us to cover the story, and maybe you guys will have some opinions after the fact. We shall see. If you come back as replay later on, please make sure you leave your opinion in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's brand new on this platform. If you've been watching the Tony Gaskin, about 1,000 of you guys came through today to watch the Tony Gaskin story versus what's his name again? Ace Metaphor, right? Shout out to all of you and those that left comments. I appreciate all your comments. Nonetheless, we move. We move, right? We have some more stuff to talk about here. So let's talk about Diddy and Cassie. All right. So I'm going to read, there are two places I'm going to read. I'm going to first of all read, there are two places, rollingstone.com, and I'm also going to read from bbc.com. Okay, so let's get into it. It says Sean Combs, that's Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Brother Love, whatever he calls himself these days, accused of the ultimate R word. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, he's accused of the ultimate R-A-P-E by singer Cassie in new lawsuit. Singer also alleges hip-hop mogul forced her to have sex with male prostitutes while he filmed them. That's according to rollingstone.com. Okay, so just in case you're still confused, you don't know who Diddy is, this is Diddy right here. That's Puff Daddy right there. Okay, let's continue. Cassandra Ventura, who's best known as the R&B singer Cassie. Okay, Cassie. That's Cassie right there, right? Cassie has filed a lawsuit against hip-hop mogul Sean Combs, alleging he R-worded her and physically abused her over the course of a decade. The lawsuit, obtained by Rolling Stone, claims that the abuse began in 2005 when Combs allegedly began plying a then 19-year-old Ventura with alcohol and drugs. Ventura also accuses Combs of beating her and forcing her to have sex with male prostitutes. Trigger alert. If you don't like this story, I beg, leave quietly for your own peace of mind. Alright? If this story is triggering you, please, by all means, you can always leave. Alright. Ventura also accuses Combs of beating her and forcing her to have sex with male prostitutes, which she claims he filmed while masturbating. In 2018, she alleges he hard word her after forcing his way into her home. Okay? Forcefully taking away intimacy from her. Okay? Alright, so Ventura's lawyer filed a lawsuit Thursday in the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. Combs' label, Bad Boy Entertainment, as well as Epic Records, Combs Enterprises, LLC, and others are listed as co-defendants. Ventura was an employee of these businesses from 2006 to 2019. The lawsuit details several causes of action, including sexual assault, sex trafficking, sexual harassment, violations of laws related to human trafficking, battery and sexual battery, a violation of a law related to gender-related violence. She's seeking an unspecified amount of money in the form of damages. And I quote, "After years in silence and darkness, I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships." Ventura said in a statement, "With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, it became clear that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I have experienced and that I will be recovering from for the rest of my life." Combs' lawyer, Ben Brafman, provided a statement to Rolling Stone denying the allegations. Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. He said, "For the past 6 months," listen to this carefully, okay? I don't know what you're going to make out of it. I'm not going to make anything out of it, okay? I just think, okay, I can make something out of it. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is a crazy story. Crazy allegations, okay? Anyway, let's keep going. Combs' lawyers, Brafman, provided a statement to Rolling Stone. Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. He said, "For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million. Okay, so the $30 million is not the lawsuit. That's what Combs and his lawyers are allegedly claiming she had been demanding for $30 million. Okay, and so they are accusing her of that. Okay, Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally, I could never get that word right, unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Ms. Ventura has now resorted. Okay, so she withdrew her initial threat. Ms. Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. Close quote. A bullet-pointed list of Combs' alleged offenses in the 35-page file, including somebody write 35 pages of allegations against you. Hey, okay, so I don't know. Okay, the truth is that lifestyle comes with a lot of danger. Okay, that lifestyle that Diddy has been living for his pretty much most of his adult life. He's 54 or something right now. Yeah, human beings are undefeated. Some things are just predictable. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, imagine not having all this money and you don't have peace of mind. Anyway, the 35-page filing included that he sexually assaulted her. Okay, the R word specifically is what they're saying. When she tried to leave him, that he often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on her, that he blew up a car that belonged to a man he thought was interested in Ventura, rapper Kid Cudi. That he once, let me see, who's Kid Cudi? I feel like I know that name. Yeah, it's probably because I'm not. Okay, Kid Cudi. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is Jesus. This is. Let me show you Kid Cudi. This is Kid Cudi. Oh, look. What is going on? What is going on here? Look at Kid Cudi. Let me see who is here, Jerry. How far are you there? Welcome. Make you no bite tongue. Abby, may God help me. Welcome, Jerry. Tinye, do you know you always bring some 5 people whenever you come? You notice that? I just want to say shout out to you, just so you know. Every time you come in, you bring like extra 5 people or something. Just pay attention to that, okay? Anyway. Yeah, that's Kid Cudi right there. Look at this person. Anyway, I don't recall knowing this guy. I know that name, but clearly I'm not a fan. So I don't know. But Kid Cudi, it was a rapper. I was like, okay, you know what? It might have been signed under Kanye West. Now damn. 1984, 39 years old. Scott Raymond Seguro Mescotti. Okay, American rapper, singer, songwriter. Yeah, I know his name. I never paid attention to him like that. Anyway, let's get back to this. Let's get back to Diddy and Cassie. Let's see. All right. So that he once ran to. Okay, so here is it. All right. He blew up a car, allegedly. Diddy blew up a car that belonged to a man that he thought was interested in Ventura, rapper Kid Cudi, that he once ran to confront Suge Knight with a gun. That he asked Ventura to carry his gun to intimidate her. And that he introduced her to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol. Wait. He thought was interested in her. So did he run to confront Suge Knight with a gun? Really? And then asked Ventura to carry his gun to intimidate her. What? That he asked Ventura to intimidate her, and that he introduced her to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol and substance abuse, and required her to procure illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addictions. Okay, Douglas Wigdor, one of the attorneys representing Ventura, responded by saying Mr. Combs offered Miss Ventura 8 figures, that's at least $10 million, to silence her and prevent the filing of this lawsuit. She rejected his efforts and decided to give a voice to all women who suffer in silence. Miss Ventura should be applauded for her bravery. Okay, close quote. The lawsuit claims that Combs, who is nearly 20 years older than Ventura, asserted complete control over Ventura, and that he was prone to uncontrollable rage and frequently beat Miss Ventura savagely. People who worked for Combs' businesses saw the abuse, the suit alleges, and were afraid to come to her aid. Yeah. All of that is believable. He says he would love bomb her after violent incidents and attempt to hide her from public. When she would attempt to distance herself from him, he would send people to find her and convince her to return to him. According to the lawsuit, many went as far as to explicitly state that her failure to return to Mr. Combs would hinder her success in the entertainment industry. Yeah, because Diddy is powerful, right? She will be instantly blacklisted. Nobody will want to mess with her. Yeah, this happens in the American music industry too. Yes, okay. When she believed that she had finally separated from her long-time abuser, she joined Mr. Combs for a dinner. Why? Anyway, let's continue listening. After which he forced her into her home and R-worded her, sexually assaulted her, while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. Yeah, no. Hit that like button as you're coming in. Thank you. Hit that like button. I appreciate you. Hit that like button. Okay. Brother Bio, how far now? How you doing? Congratulations, my brother, again. Happy married life. Oh. All right, so let's continue. Jesus. It's a wrap for this guy, man. All right, listen to this part, too. No, not that part. Wait, where's the part? Okay, pushed him away. Okay. The lawsuit also details other instances of alleged abuse, including the time he forcibly kissed her in the bathroom at an after party for her 21st birthday party. She immediately ran out of the bathroom and the hotel suite and cried. It says she told her best friend at the time about what had happened, but was too scared to tell anyone else. Another time, he allegedly gave her ecstasy without telling her what it was. It's reckless behavior. She also alleges that he used a fake flyer for an event in Miami in 2007 as a ruse to get her away from her boyfriend at the time. She agreed to go with him even though she knew it was fake. The lawsuit says because she didn't want to go against Combs' wishes while there, she says he gave her more drugs and had sex with her. In the years that followed, she says he secured her apartments in New York and LA and bought her a Jaguar car. He also allegedly asked for her medical records to be sent to his email address. Why? These weirdos, man. Allegedly. Everything we say here is allegedly. Over the next decade, multiple times each year, Mr. Combs would violently beat Miss Ventura, leaving bruises on her body. The suit claims, after every instance in which he beat Miss Ventura, Mr. Combs used his money and power to orchestrate extensive efforts to hide the evidence of his abuse. Why waste all this energy on bad behavior? Including by hiding Miss Ventura in hotels for days at a time to let her bruises heal. She claims in the suit that he started forcing her to have sex with male prostitutes when she was 20, allegedly telling her he was interested in voyeurism. Is that how to pronounce that? I don't know. Why? I wanted to see her with another dick and instructed her to look online for men with large black penises. He reportedly called these encounters freak-offs or FOs And at one point, the suit claims he asked for them weekly. She said, yeah. Listen, me, I know. Anyway, at this point, I want you to start thinking about the relationship lessons in this, because I'm going to ask you, okay? All right? Because that's what we come here to do after the fact. After all, Professor Jari. After all, that's what we come here to do, to pull the relationship lessons, okay? And no, you don't get to run away and say, that's just celebrities. These are your biggest influencers, okay? So at the very core, the behavior is rampant. It might not be huge, like criminal level type of situation like this, but there's some behavior here that you should pay attention to that can happen to normal people, okay? All right, so let's keep going. Weekly. During the FOs, I'm quoting, this is what the lawsuit says. During the FOs, the freak-offs, in addition to directing Miss Ventura and masturbating, Mr. Combs would use his phone, laptop, and tablet to film Miss Ventura having sex with the hired sex worker. The suit claims he treated the first encounter as a personal art project, adjusting the candles he used for lighting to frame the videos he took. Mr. Combs repeatedly made clear that he retained many videos of Miss Ventura during freak-offs. The suit claims she found these encounters repulsive and would sometimes vomit beforehand. On one occasion, after a freak-off, the suit claims that Combs was intoxicated and went to her hotel room where he allegedly dangled one of her friends off the 17th floor balcony. Miss Ventura and her friends were scared by Mr. Combs' erratic behavior, but Miss Ventura was heavily sedated because of the drugs she took to participate in the freak-off, and therefore was unable to respond to Mr. Combs' terrifying behavior. Okay, I'm reading from rollingstone.com. All right, let's continue. The lawsuit also describes, I didn't know it was this long. I'm not going to be able to cover the other stories. Maybe tomorrow, okay? Let's just stay focused on this one. The lawsuit also describes several incidents where Combs' alleged physical abuse left her with bruises and black eyes. She claims he once paid $50,000 for security footage in a hotel hallway that might have incriminated him. $50,000 has been nothing to Combs to Puff Daddy for a long time, and will continue to be a lot of money for hotel workers. Combs allegedly blew up Kid Cudi's car in 2012 because Ventura was dating him. A spokesman for Kid Cudi told New York Times, "This is all true." Jesus. She attempted to end their relationship at an Italian restaurant in Malibu, California in September 2018. The suit claims he followed her to her home, which he paid for, and forced his way in. Mr. Combs forced himself into her apartment and tried to kiss Miss Ventura, the filing claims. She told him to stop and attempted to push him away. Mr. Combs then forcibly pulled off Miss Ventura's clothing and unbuckled his belt. Trigger alert. You can leave quietly if you're triggered. He proceeded to R-word Miss Ventura while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. The alleged abuse has left her with trauma, which she's treated with medical and psychological care. She married a personal trainer Alex Fine in 2019. I did, yeah. I was about to say, I thought she remarried to somebody else or something like that. I was about to say, okay, she's actually remarried to some new white. Is this a white boy? I think so. Yeah. This story will shake things up. Tell you. That's Cassie now with husband now. That's Alex Fine. Yeah. So she's remarried since 2019 and now has 2 children with him. Oh wow. Good for her. Ventura filed her lawsuit under New York's Adult Survivors Act, a 1-year window in which victims of sexual abuse can file lawsuits irrespective of the statute of limitations. The window closes next week. Oh wow, no wonder. Combs signed Cassie to a 10-album deal. Jesus, 10-album deal. According to the suit, she released only one full-length album, Cassie, which came out in 2006 and made it up to number 4 on the Billboard Albums chart. Her most recent singles, Love a Loser and Don't Play It Safe, came out in 2017. Last year, she made a guest appearance on Universal Love, a song that also featured Chris Brown, The Game, and Chloe. Combs founded Bad Boy in 1993 and became famous initially for his production work on records by the Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige. He could be worth as much as, I think it's a billionaire at this point, according to the Times. All right. So now this is BBC's report. I'm looking at BBC's report. I think it's the same thing, but BBC's report was not as detailed. So thank God I opened that one on the side just in case. So according to BBC, in the lawsuit seen by the BBC, ex-girlfriend Cassandra Ventura said she was trapped for a decade in a cycle of abuse and violence. Mr. Combs, who has also gone by the stage name Puff Daddy, denies the allegation, accusing the singer of trying to extort him. His lawyer said the claims were offensive and outrageous. Miss Ventura, an R&B singer and dancer who performs under the stage name Cassie, alleges that the rap producer rapped and beat her over 10 years, stating when she was 19 and it was 37. After years in silence and darkness, I'm finally ready to tell my story. Yeah, so their own story wasn't, I think we covered basically everything. Yeah. Anyway, that's the story right there. So I have 2 questions for you. I have two questions for you. 2 questions for you. All right. What's going on, Latu? Hello, Latu. How far? 2 questions. Do you believe this story? If you believe this story, put a 1 in the chat or in the comment if you're part of the replay gang. Right? Put a 1. If you don't believe the story, put a 2. Right? If you're kind of on the fence, put a 3. Okay? Put a 3. 1 if you believe this story. 2 if you don't believe this story. 3 if you're kind of on the fence and you feel like, yeah, well, I need more details, right? That would be 2 for you if you believe DIDDY and his camp saying, if you believe DIDDY and his camp saying that she tried to extort $30 million and now she's filing a lawsuit, right? If you believe that too, right? Let me put a 4. If you believe both, right, that in fact DIDDY is guilty of all of these allegations, but you also believe that Cassie had tried to extort $30 million to go quiet. If you believe both, put a 4. Right? All right. Now, as you're doing that, what lesson do you think we can learn from this? That's my second question for you. All right. What lesson can we learn from this, particularly relationship-based lessons? That's all I care for. Okay. Relationship-based lessons, they're not judgmental in nature. They're just not. They're not about picking sides. Okay. It's about what can you and I learn from this without, obviously you and I believe strongly you and I were never going to be beating people black and blue just because, of course not. Okay, and we don't have most of us don't have $50,000 to be paying some hotel, bad behavior, paying for drugs and all this kind of stuff, right? Let me see. Surprising enough, I see enough fours here. Much better. You change your answer to 4. Fignet, hello. 4, not to say it's 4. So you believe she tried to get that $30 million, but you also believe the whole story. That's interesting. That's interesting. All right. So for me, the lesson is very simple. Okay. Sex, drugs, money, these things, right? Or anything that you know in your heart that people kind of enjoy from an aesthetic standpoint, right? They can only last for so long, okay? And they have the potential to destroy your life completely, directly or indirectly. Directly would be like you're all guilty. Indirectly would be like bad positioning, like the lifestyle you've surrounded yourself with. You're going to end up in trouble, even if you mean well, even if you don't mean to participate. If your surrounding looks like crime, and the further you go, the harder you're going to fall. The higher you go, the harder you're going to fall. Okay? So the lesson here, a major lesson here, will be around pride. When you see Puff Daddy talk sometimes, you're like, it's a billionaire. He's figured his life. I might have even made a statement like that before. God forgive me. He doesn't have a wife, but he somehow he kept his home together. He's raised his kids. Let's all be careful. But when you are positioned on a pedestal, right? You put yourself there, other people put you there. There's a natural urge that will creep in, right? Natural urge of pride that will creep in, okay? And it's actually worse for you if you tend to be a humble, not outrightly, verbally, loudly arrogant. It's actually worse for you because, like, people generally don't call you arrogant, so you can't see it. You can't see how you could be prideful. But the truth is that when God lifts you up like that, you have to be careful. You have to be extremely careful, right? Like I said, the higher you go. See, when the human brain, when it has options like that, when it knows that you have options like that, you will have the urge to exercise those options. Yes, in a way that can destroy you. It's, when I say people just don't change until they hit rock bottom, right? Imagine you're like, as far as all standards of society is concerned, you're a billionaire. You have all this attention. You are DIDDY. You throw the best party after every Grammy award. That's like you're powerful. Like nobody ever wants to push against you. Yeah, you're going to try all kind of crazy things. Yeah. So I don't know any of the allegations to be true, but I believe them. I don't know any of the allegations to be true, obviously, but I believe them. Because that's what it comes with when you have all these options. If you're an average human being and you have more options, you will exercise it. It's the same reason why divorce is rampant. A lot of people are just filing those divorces because the options are there. So it's an out. Right? It doesn't mean nothing happened, but it's like a quick out. Like, I don't have to mess with that, right? I don't have to deal with that. Unlike before, when the structure of the society kind of like it forces you to at least work on what you got, right? There's no illusion of options like the internet has presented to us. right? So did Diddy have those options? Yes, right? But based on what we know today, yeah. Now keep in mind, if he had been living that lifestyle like that, yeah, more people are gonna come out. More accusations are gonna come out. There's more of them that will be coming out. P. Diddy be doing too much, swinging everywhere. Also, yeah, there's a lot of rumors about his sexuality. I think somebody said his bodyguard for a long time actually ousted him in terms of trying all kind of craziness. Right now, never say never. But in the position where I'm at right now, I'm not a billionaire, right? And you know, I'm not about to be spending thousands of dollars for sex workers to come. But when you have those options and you start with something as little as a strip club, and then you have a dungeon room in your house, and then you have a whole theater and then nobody's watching, you can lock the doors, right? You can basically live out your wildest dream. In your anything that basically stay in normal people's head that never comes out to real life, you can literally pay and get it to happen. They can stage a whole production for you to misbehave. Yeah, human beings. Yeah, I'm trying to find words to describe this to you, right? It's gonna be a bad one for him. He already has allegations, potentially might be attracting a lawsuit with the whole Tupac thing, because that guy that was arrested for taking out Tupac is accusing Diddy allegedly of paying $1 million to take him out. So who knows, right? Much better. Good to see you, by the way. I haven't seen your thumbnail in a while. Zesty men be dating, wifing up exoticals so they can act up like this. So they can invite a bunch of men to come and sleep with her so you can watch and be jerking off to it. That's crazy. Lesson: don't date anyone over 5 years older, younger than yourself. You don't know what the norms are. Yeah. So that's one angle. I agree, by the way. I always say that you have to be careful when you're leaving your generation to go and marry somebody from another generation, or you're leaving your race to go and marry somebody from another race, or you're leaving your religion to go and marry, like all these dimensions that significantly becomes our identity, right? There's nothing wrong. It's not illegal, as long as these people are legal, to cross those lines. But when you cross those lines, you're basically swimming against the trend, and you better know what you're doing. Because at some point, just like every one of us, right? See finish, we enter. And at that point in time, they will show their true colors. Can you withstand that? You don't even know what I'm talking about. You can't even comprehend it yet. Well, it's always a bad idea. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you're doing it purely out of, I'm in love. Let me just, Because I believe that there was some type of short-term value she was getting from that relationship. What was the short-term value that Cassie was getting from that relationship from the beginning? Why would she lie to the person she was dating once upon a time to go to a party that she knew that the flyer was a lie, that the flyer was fake? Why would she lie? She was getting short-term value. Did she know it was short-term? No, she didn't. I was just listening to a conversation where somebody was saying, like, well, people, all the deals that new artists sign are bad. And I'm like, well, what do you mean bad? What do you mean by bad? There was some kind of short-term value, you can call it short-term value, that those kids get when they sign those deals. My life is about to change. My whole life is music. Oh my God, can you imagine Diddy trying to sign you at 19? Try to take yourself back to that space. Are you really that holy? No, you're not that holy either. Take your brain back to 19 and imagine that what you've always wanted to do is music. That's the angle that this lawsuit is going to come from. They're going to come from the fact that, well, she didn't know what she was doing. She was a child. And he was a full-grown man, 37 years of age. Listen, you're 37, you keep talking about you want to date at 21, 22, 23. Be careful, okay? Now, if you marry them, you're safer, okay? You're safer because obviously you're trying to do the right thing and you're putting a ceremony around it. You're doing things the right way and everything is happening within a controlled environment. And the fact that you have intentions to marry obviously means that you probably mean well long term. You gotta be careful, right? Because again, the person you're dealing with is not a fully developed human being. At 19, not only that, they're under duress because they're signing a deal with DIDDY. Right? By the way, you don't have to be a DIDDY before she can turn around and later and say, hey, I didn't. Yeah. Especially if it was purely out of a controlled environment, meaning outside of marriage. Right? Yeah. Let me see here. Not to say women are coming out now. Yep. It's going to be loud. It's going to be louder now. You're going to see a lot more loud noise about this. Puff Daddy. It's just terrible that it has to end this way. It's just bad. Because even if he escapes this, I think Puff Daddy actually escaped a major lawsuit back in the days, maybe about 20 years ago. That he escaped. Right? Do you guys recall that lawsuit? That he was about to end up in jail for the rest of his life, something like that. Was it? Yeah. Remember Shine? Shine was signed to his label too, right? And Shine went to 10 years of jail. And according to some of the news back there, I think he went to jail to cover Diddy's ass too. I think that's what it was. You know. Let's see here. Let me see what TMZ is saying here. TMZ is saying something. Let's see what they're saying. So it's just from 1 hour ago. TMZ says Diddy subject of NYPD criminal investigation apparently involves sexual assault. Let me see. Diddy is the subject of a secret NYPD. Listen to this. I'm reading this was published 1 hour ago. Or it was indexed 1 hour ago by Google. Diddy is the subject of a secret NYPD investigation. And although it's unclear if his ex, Cassie Ventura, made the criminal complaint, there is strong evidence it involves sexual assault. Let me see if there's a time and date on this. Yeah, 6:22 p.m. Pacific time. Right now it should be, what time is it? It should be 7 p.m. in Pacific time. That's an hour ago. Yeah, exactly. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ there is an open case at NYPD with the name Sean Combs. We're told it is an active case, but the case file has been locked. Essentially meaning it's a sensitive case where access is restricted. Well, this is going to be sad. Now, I don't think anybody really reveres Diddy like that. They just see him as a very powerful guy. Am I correct on that? That most people just see him as a powerful guy, not necessarily like, I don't think, like they don't see him the same way they saw R. Kelly. They don't see him the same way they saw a Bill Cosby. I don't think so, right? I don't think anybody, do people really care like that? Outside of just care about the culture, because it's a big guy in the hip hop culture, right? Outside of that, do people really care? I'm asking. What's your opinion on that? Anyway, so according to this TMZ report, that the case is restricted. As we reported, Cassie has filed an explosive federal lawsuit which alleges the R word and human trafficking, among other accusations. We inquired about the case to NYPD and they responded with this statement, and I quote, "The NYPD takes sexual assault and R cases extremely seriously and urges anyone who has been a victim to file a police report so we can perform a comprehensive investigation." Let me see here. All right, we're still safe. Just making sure we're safe here. and offer support and services to survivors. It would seem, based on the statement, not only is this a sexual assault case, but the NYPD is allegedly looking for other alleged victims. So imagine if there were actually other cases. Those girls are waking up and they're having flashes in their head right now, and they can't sleep, right? They won't have peace of mind, right? And they will continue to wonder if they will ever have peace of mind if they don't come out and try to save other people. These are like all kind of voices will be going on in their head, right? How much money do you think can be compared to that? Right? How much money do you think will be worth that kind of peace of mind that Diddy has lost tonight, right now? Is it worth it? Is it even worth it ever? It's not worth it. Pride is a bastard. And every time God blesses you with something that's positive, that's good, the other side of the prayer you have to pray for is that God, give me the humility and the wisdom to handle this level of success. That is a major lesson in all of this, okay? Maybe also the wisdom to surround yourself with the right people, because you don't have to be guilty to be guilty. Oh, let me say that again. You don't have to be personally guilty to be considered guilty by the laws or by the laws of the universe in general, right? You can get in trouble just by being surrounded by the wrong people. How much more if you did it? Did he do it? Did you guys see my did he do it? That's the question. Did he do it? Is that Onyibo or what? What can you call that? Did he do? Oh Lord, God help me. Did he do it? We contacted other law enforcement in numerous jurisdictions Cassie mentions in her complaint, including Miami, Beverly Hills, and Los Angeles. See, the more cities, the more money you have, the more cities where you can participate in these bad behaviors. And then the more cities and the more prosecutors can come after you and destroy your life. Oh, that $1 billion. Remember the Kanye West story? Remember that story that we covered here? That $1 billion is not exactly liquid. It's just the worth of the willingness of people wanting to do business with that name. It's the brand. It's a function of the brand and many other things, including liquid assets, right? Now, do you think a CEO somewhere will wake up tomorrow morning and say, yeah, let's do business with Diddy? Well, the less and less people want to do business with Diddy, what happens to that $1 billion? What happened to the worth, the equity in that name now? Right, never mind. We have a story here. What happened to the equity in Kanye West's name overnight? Literally overnight. The higher you go, the harder you can fall. Brain. The humility thing is not as easy as, hey, I'm not a pride person anyway. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about for every level of success you achieve, for every time you feel like, well, you're safe, right? It become a little micro mini sea finish. You take things for granted. Small. It creeps up on you. You don't realize, right? But this example will help you comprehend it. It happens at a much minuscule level for us, right? But it happens, right? And it's kind of tricky because sometimes too, if you don't tell people who you are, they take you for granted too, right? It is the reality. Like we always talk about self-worth, self-esteem. So you have to kind of see yourself a certain way so that people don't take you for granted. So it's a balancing act. Like it's not as simple as, all you have to do is just greet people and kneel down. No, it's not that simple. That's the easiest part of everything I'm talking about. All right. Let's see here. At every junction, we got the same reply. No police report has been filed as it pertains to Cassie or Diddy, and no investigation has been launched. We did find a 2016 case where TMZ broke the story. Beverly Hills cops were called after a breakup argument of some sort between Diddy and Cassie. A domestic incident report was taken, but no legal action followed. They had history. They had history together. I mean, they were everywhere together, But that doesn't nothing, right? We don't know what they were doing behind closed doors. We just don't know what they were doing, right? Yeah, let me see here. Let me finish this so I can come to the chat a little bit, because you guys are talking there. I would like to see what you guys are talking about. So the picture you're looking at is 2017. As we reported, Cassie has claimed everything from rap music to assault, battery, and even human trafficking. This after alleging DIDDY forced her to have sex with male prostitutes across state lines. Across state lines. If you hear that phrase, run. If you hear that phrase, shy. Because that could rise to a federal crime. We also checked with federal law enforcement sources, including the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York, as well as the FBI, and on both fronts. Diddy's lawyer has come out strong, calling BS on Cassie's lawsuit. He told us most of her claims, what do you mean, not all? Most of her claims will be barred from criminal prosecution based on the statute of limitations. Her R-word claim, however, could still be pursued here in California. So time will tell if she files a criminal complaint there. Diddy has vehemently denied all of this. So that's according to TMZ from 1 hour ago. I'm trying to see if there's anything funny going on within the last year. Yeah, I have a feeling this is not the end that we're going to hear of this story. Diddy was just celebrating the album drop or something like that. I think it was, right? Yeah, it's it is what it is. Let me see here. Life with Natu says, Wendy be telling on Diddy, but nobody wants to listen. You talking about Wendy Williams? Interesting. Hi everyone, so late, but we'll rewatch later. D-Love, how you did now? Just stop to say hi. I gotta go bed. We join rewatch gang. Okay, good to see you. Diddy had that TV show, the making of the band, right? I remember that. Labor wise, he did some foul things to those young people. I'm not in his demographic, so I don't know too much on him except what's in the news. Yeah, it's that show at the time. I saw somebody brought that up earlier too on something I was listening to. With this girl, Aubrey Day, something like that. Aubrey Day, one of the girls. But yeah, I remember at that time they showcased it as if it was a boot camp where you like artist development. They will run to Brooklyn to go and fetch food for him to bring to the office in the city in Manhattan and things like that. Much better say Diddy did it. Oh yeah, I did. This is not nice. I haven't seen you in a long time. Where have you been? I'm sure you've been watching replays of stuff. Good to see you. Did it. I don't care what anyone says. Listen. Oh God. She's got distracted trying to catch up. I see. But Ben, how you do? This story, we're gonna see more of this. MOP, check your inbox. Okay, my inbox on IG, which one? My personal or MOP? Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Let me see if yeah. And the fact that this girl was with him for all those years, okay, in MOP, all those years kind of give oh yeah, I was gonna pull this up, I forgot. You're right, thank you so much for pulling this up. Let me see here. This was some girl a little while back. Let me play this. Share this. There you go.
Another man. We was in Miami. It got really crazy that time. We was upstairs and he had like, we were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to the ground, and then he like stood over me. So I was like laying on my back and he stood over me and he started like punching me like this. Like, he avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head, and I was just like covering my face. And then after he got done doing that, he like stomped on my stomach like really hard, and I like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe, and he kept hitting me, and I was like pleading to him like, can you...
All right, that's crazy. I don't want to keep playing it because of the music that's playing in the background. That sounds like some kind of copyrighted stuff. Knew he wasn't right when he made the band walk for that cheesecake. Yeah, that was a cheesecake. Honestly, I didn't see it that way at the time. I thought they were showcasing the boot camp that artist development had to go through, you know. Sounds like making it up as goes along. I don't know. Oh, like she's making it up? Get out of here. I don't think she's making it up. You know, what is done in the dark will come to light. That's why you have to be careful, especially if you have access to money, to power. You have to be careful. If you have option choices, right? You have to be careful. For every blessing, you have to pray that it doesn't become your downfall, right? The crazy part is any of this surprises anyone who knew how he was. Everyone knew he was very cutthroat and mean. Why wouldn't he beat on women and mistreat Jesus Christ? Somebody said, man, Tasha K, I've been playing with these interviews. Yeah, these things are gonna come back and haunt Diddy. I mean, they're already coming back now. Let me see. Wendy have been talking about Diddy's sexuality since her radio days, which caused him and Diddy to be for years. Wendy knows what was going on in New York celebrity scenes, so she would know. He looked old enough to be her dad too. I mean, Diddy is 54. 54 is nobody's mate. Jesus Christ, right? Is he 54? Am I just saying that out of my... Let me make sure I'm getting that right. Yeah, he's 54 years old. Yeah. And I think he's my birthday mate too. No, it's a day after me, November 4th. So he just celebrated his birthday. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Anyway. There is something about Diddy and Jay-Z. That Jay-Z one. Leave that Jay-Z one alone, no. Don't do us like that now. Come on. Can we? You can take one and leave the other one alone. Stop. Stop, okay? Shine went to jail and converted to Judaism. Yeah, he's now a politician in, somewhere in the Caribbean, something like that. He's doing well for himself now, which is good for him. And he's probably going to have a lot more peace of mind tonight. A lot more than Diddy, right? Yeah, they say even Jay-Z is weird. Just that B is also powerful and has family protection, but who knows what's going on there too. No, I cannot believe in Jay-Z and Beyonce, you know, but I don't know, right? I don't know. What's going on, brother Bean? Little podcast. What's going on, man? Good to see you, man. Long time, man. Human trafficking case still catching up. You will have to catch up, bro. Catch up. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. I think he also dated Steve Harvey's daughter, right? Yeah, I think at the same time that his son was also friends with her or dating. I'm not sure. All kind of crazy. That lifestyle is a very small world. In that lifestyle, they're very lonely. You know, lonely at the top, lonely low, and they have all this money and they don't know what to do with it. See, those two things I just said. Lonely at the top, too much money, too much choices, don't know what to do with it. That combination, Baba, you need therapist. You will self-destruct. There's too many stories. We've seen these stories. But again, don't think it's just celebrities. You can bring that down. Just think of it in generics. Okay? Think of it as too much choices, illusion of choices. You do have access. God has blessed you with something, right? But then, you have all those people that you're looking down on, right? That actually yield to you, right? That's not easy. That's not easy. You need support system. You need God. You need Jesus. You need therapist to maintain your cool, to maintain your sanity, to maintain humility, right? You need that. Okay? You need all of that. And that's what this is spelling out to me. Diddy is just an extremely powerful person. And he looked like he might have, I used to say something to my wife a long time ago, but I bet maybe you understand this thing. I used to say, I'm just going to drop this link just in case anybody has an opinion before I round up real quick. I used to say something, I said, Mate ebatiobo, right? I don't know if you're a Yoruba person and you can convert it, please do so. Okay, if you can, please. But I don't know. But when you have too much money, you might even think like these people have choices. They have options. You can have as many girls as you want. Why do this to this one girl? Why? Right? Why don't you just pay people that love living that kind of... Even that will destroy you. Some of them will come back and say, hey, you did something. They might just wake up one day and say, well, it wasn't really exactly my choice. And before you know it, you're already participating in bad behavior. And you are the grown person in it. 37-19 is far. Right? And God helps you. You find a judge who is going to do everything in their power to destroy you, because everything is at the discretion of the judges. Whatever, what do you call them? These people that they have to make a decision in the court. The jury, right? It's just bad. It's bad look for Diddy right now. But let's just keep it a buck. I want to round up, okay? I want to round this up. I think we can continue the story when I get back home next week. Yeah, jury. Yeah. God helps you, and you find juries that's like this one. Do you want to start bribing all of them? Some of them you can't buy them. Many of them you can't buy them. Especially in the Western world, it's gonna be hard. Especially if there's too much evidences against. So we'll see. We'll see where the story lies. I don't have too much opinion on it right now. I just know that the story is believable because I know that power is a very, very dangerous drug. Money, sex, power, money, right? Sex, power, money. So not particularly women, but sex, power, money. If you have those things and you don't position yourself, you will probably self-destruct. Position yourself, align yourself with therapy. If God, Jesus, something higher than yourself. Because you have a human brain in your head and you have all these options. And you're probably lonely because majority of human beings don't have those options. So you would think you can pull anything off, right? Yeah, so keep in mind, we're going to have... I'm working on it. We're going to have tons of guests in December. We're going to be launching the book, Number One Red Flag, December 30. But we're going to be doing a pre-launch all of December. So I need all of your support, okay? If you've never shared our platform, if you've never hit like button and any of that stuff, I'm going to need you to do all of that. I'm going to need you to grab the link, share it to your WhatsApp. Just please, okay? We're going to do a promotion, okay? We're going to do a big promotion. We're going to give you access to all of this. It's just a beautiful book, okay? All right. And for now, you can get on the waiting list by going to loveandprestige.com. You can actually download this one right away, okay? This one is 6 years old. Sorry, 5 years old. I keep saying 6. 5 years old, okay? So, yeah, hopefully, I don't know. So the lessons here is very simple. The lesson is very simple. Sex, money, power. Sex, money, power. These things need to be, if you're going to participate in these things, you will. Okay? When you do participate in these things, you want to do them within a controlled environment, within a structure, okay? Within order, okay? For sex, that will be marriage. That'll be marriage, okay? Because you're bringing another human being into your world. And yes, they have the power to destroy you. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. They will destroy you. They're still going to tamper with you, right? Even inside of marriage, right? How much more when this, right? How much more when you're just doing anyhow and you're bringing a bunch of sex workers into that situation to come and participate in bad behavior? It's, you know. So, and then when you're presented with money too early in life, especially when we talk about millions upon millions of dollars, all this access, you're going to self-destruct. Because that comes with power. What is power? Because now the rest of human beings, because most people are never going to see that kind of money, they will yield to you. They will treat you like a god, and rightfully so, because you become kind of like their survivor, right? And that's going to get in your head, your own little human brain, right? And make you feel like you're on top of the world. Yeah, so sex, money, power is good because you can use it to actually impact other human beings. You can actually make a change in people's lives. Diddy has been given $1 million every year or so for numerous years to his alma mater, Howard University in DC, right? But Baba is going to end up in jail potentially right now. If Bill Cosby ended up in jail, Diddy was probably going to go to jail. If too many people come out and start talking against him. But we'll see. We'll see where it lands, you know. So that's the lesson. Sex, money, power. If you're dealing with those things, you will deal with those things. Make sure that you take the time to really, truly, truly understand what you're dealing with, and be a student of it for the rest of your life. But the number one thing I can tell you today, make sure it's done within. You need accountability around you. Not I'm accountable. No, not that nonsense. Not another one human being is holding you accountable. That's good. You need accountability. You need accountability system around you. If you have too much access means you have much more than an average human being. You need accountability systems around you because human being will fail. Systems will not fail. Okay? Human beings will fail. Systems will not fail. Okay? So that will be it for tonight. Him and Steve Harvey's daughter was same entanglement. That one now don't they collect already. She thinks she's the player of the streets. She don't want to collect small. I also want to believe he's behind Kim Porter's buying. Not directly though. They are separated, but he stayed in her life and won't let her breathe while he's living his life to the fullest. Yeah, there's all kind of weird stuff going in that man's life, I'll tell you that much. He had this soulmate thing too with her. But anyway, who knows? For me, I want to focus on the one we can see. These are real sex, allegedly real sex workers involved in bad behavior. These people are loose guards. They just turn around one day and they say, hey, yeah, he did something wrong to me too. You know? He's known for having some badass lawyers, yeah. He's going to pull all the stops now because they're already coming out and they're arguing because those ones want to eat too. Abby, what's the man go do? Those ones want to eat, right? And their job is to defend criminals, precisely criminals. All right, so it's what it is. If I interpret, YouTube will cancel me. I beg you, Brother Ben. He'll go to jail. Too much bid on his hands. We'll see. J-Lo needs to come out too. Wahala. J-Lo is happy with Ben right now. Okay. J-Lo is going through her own ups and downs with Ben right now. Just let J-Lo breathe.
Let
be poor. Breathe.
All right, let J-Lo breathe. All right. But yeah, that's all I have for us. You guys can go to bed. It's 11:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's still kind of early for me, but I know you guys are used to a certain type of time. I'll be back here tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to come back tomorrow because I'll be tomorrow, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll try to come back. Yeah, let's see about that tomorrow. Okay. All right. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing thing. I find a beautiful girl.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.